Alright, third, fourth, whatever, something times a charm. This is getting on my nerves, right? We're doing Fallen Saber, Night Stalker, moebius quiver, reload dodge, vortext nades, 2 ways to go invis, invisibility, longer invisibility, weaken targets, grenades, and that. We don't really need that, to be honest. We could... No, it is actually nice for the end, for the boss. Alright, this makes overload champions a breeze. This is just an absolute... just the best. One of the best weapons. That and that. And this for the boss. You know, big spec, tracking, clown cartridge, all of that. Two shots at a time, tracking so you'd not miss him, and big on spec. Alright. Graviton Forfeit makes your invisibility last longer as well. I had a spare slot. Bountiful wells I'm using. It's nice to have extra wells because your abilities recharge faster. Well of tenacity, speaks for itself. But I mean, 2 of these for 40% solar, 40% arc reduction in damage. Sniper damage resistance, which if you're over 50 mobility will let you tank 1 sniper shot. Seeking wells, beautiful, because you're hiding a lot, so having them come to you is great. This I just had an extra slot. Overload nades, powerful friends for 100 mobility, and 2 of these every time I dodge, my smoke bomb comes back quicker, and it already comes back super quick. You don't need, but 100 mobility, 100 strength will give you unlimited invisibility as long as you drop your abilities at the correct times. With these 2 things, you can have unlimited invisibility even with like 90 strength. So, but if I was running a fusion, I'd run fusion holster and go 90 strength. You can pause this if you need to know what the modifiers are, but 50% extra arc damage received, so now we've got a 40% arc resistance, right? So now let's talk about the invisibility. If you dive bomb the quick drop, whatever it's called, to do invis, this thing, quickfall, it will give you 12 seconds invisibility, rather than if you throw your smoke bomb, it will only give you 9 seconds. If you dive bomb and you get your 12 seconds invisibility, if you dodge out of that before the invisibility is finished, your dodge will also give you 12 seconds. So that's 24 seconds constant invisibility, and your smoke bomb will be available afterwards, and then it's just constant basically. Now, what I'm going to show you this way to... Do you know what's funny? I've been playing this game for however long, like basically since the launch of D1. Since trying to solo this GM is the first time I've ever taken that path to the left. Ever. It's pretty crazy. Alright, so this isn't a cheese. If I could get my emotes working, I would cheese it, because I'm sick to death of this part of the strike. I'm sick to death of this strike, to be honest. The amount of times I've died because of something stupid. Sometimes my mistake, sometimes other things. I'm sick of it, right? But what you could do is, you can get your hunter, 3 of you. 2 of your guys over there, you get your hunter, he stays in the middle, he gets it to 100. Once he gets to 100, the little guys all disappear and it just leaves the champions, so you can still get platinum. It just means you don't all have to stand in the middle. Alright. Last thing is, so this is the example of the dive bomb. It's 12 seconds. Where can you see it? There you go. If I dodge, it's give me another 12. Right? Whereas, if I throw it, only get 9. So it's quite a difference. Right. When you're in the middle and doing this, you don't want to use the dive bomb because that adds 0 into your location. They start shooting in unison, so even if you've managed to get out of the way, they still are going to be shooting, loads of them shooting in a direction. So basically you like knock off like 20% of your area that you can stand in. Now the smoke bomb isn't foolproof, but it's safer. You can run behind something like this, drop it, come back in, bang. Now they did zero in on me there a little bit, but you can carry on doing this. You can dodge into groups of them, they will not see you. Right? What I would advise is wherever the ship is, drop your smoke bomb on the other side. It's the safest thing to do. So even with the dropping of the smoke in the way I'm doing it, even with only 9 seconds, I've still got unlimited invisibility. But once you're in the thick of it, things sometimes get a bit hairy. You maybe see an ad in a perfect situation that you're just like, oh man, I just want to kill him. You know what I mean? Get him out of the way. But you know, you lose sometimes your invisibility. So the quicker you can get it to come back, the better. So now this ship's here, everything I'm going to be doing is going to be over the other side. So that was simple, but as I said, the small guys disappear, champions are left, and you're safe. Now, before doing this GM, thinking about soloing it, I figured it was going to be one of the more difficult ones, but it's really not, and especially with the Osteo. Now, pay attention because there's some very specific ways of doing things in here. Alright, now shanks are going to come. They don't usually come in those type of numbers. Then the melee guys come. So this is the reason why, when thinking about it, I figured it was going to be so difficult, because when you're outside and you've got all of these ads flying at you, it's a lot, yeah. But when you know where they spawn from and you know how they spawn, like, it makes things a breeze. And that is basically it. That is how they spawn. Now you want to chuck a rocket into them like that. Also, dropping your smoke somewhere like there is great, because you go in Viz, but it hasn't procced your smoke bomb. So if anything comes out of the door or tries to come in, it's going to get hit with the smoke bomb. Now that isn't a foolproof plan, because sometimes for some reason like this they just decide they're going to walk through it. But like that worked pretty nicely. Right now, you want to take them out. Bust. Right, this is perfect anyway because I want to show you something you can do, right? You can bait those guys to come down here, but they may end up getting tethered. So what you need to do is you need to shoot, wait for them to come down. If they're tethered, then you just go back out the other side. Alright, now, so now you shoot him, he should teleport. There you go. That should be it. Right, as soon as I take down the barrier, shanks are going to spawn. So you need to be ready for that. As soon as that happens, you need to leave. Remember, drop them smoke bombs in those areas. From my experience, he is never going to come in. Right, this is where Osteo is just so good. Right, see, I wasn't even shooting him. The poison got him. Now, where a lot of people get confused with overloads is, once they come out of the stun, people are like, they're not stunnable. But as long as you keep shooting them when they come out of the stun, even though they can't be stunned, they will not move from the position they're in and they won't regain health again. So obviously that's a big thing. Now, typically, as soon as I shoot this guy here, he's going to spawn over there. Sometimes he doesn't. For some reason, the last 2 times I've done this, he hasn't. But every other time, he's done that. So it's good to know. Just be wary. Get ready for it. And now, if you follow the steps I'm doing in exactly the same way, might take some tries, but believe me, you will get a clear on this. I treat all these GMs like a puzzle. Every single time I do them exactly the same way every time, give or take. You know, sometimes like that. He didn't go to the left, but that just made it easier. But yeah, 90% of the stuff in here will get done in exactly the same way. That was close. I don't know why why they spawned early. I don't know, but sometimes stuff like that happens. Right. Invisibility is a must in this bit. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go and drop some of them smoke bombs. Alright, so now once it's done, I'm going to drop the dive bomb. I'm going to jump skip the ball all the way to the second area over there. Once I get into that second area, I'm going to go like this. The ball's going to be in my hand. I'm not going to drop it, press any button to drop it. I'm just going to dodge backwards in a straight line so I don't get stung by anything. Then I'm going to pick the ball up again, walk straight into the ball, pick it up, and then walk down and go out the right door. By doing that, I can then chuck a nade, kill the rest of the stuff, wait for my invisibility to come back, both of them, drop the smoke bomb, go in there. By putting the thing in the thing, your invisibility disappears, and then alright, that fucked up. Kill him, hopefully drop some heavy. If he didn't, no worries. Alright, so that was easy. So we're over 50% done. Sometimes it's nice to use a rocket just to get rid of shit. To be safe here, it's a lot. Basically, this is like the dodgiest part of the whole. Other than the boss, this is the dodgiest part of the whole encounter. So what I need to do now, really, use my super just to get rid of that stuff that's tethered up. Ah, there's still two of them. What did that do that for? Alright, that was a bit scrappy, but it worked. Go and get myself some stuff. Nice, that's what I want. Oh, that was just so poor. Get him out of the way. A lot of the time I have spent where I try and be too clever, like try and keep heavy, not use it, stuff like that. Like I would have many times I would have done that in that situation where I would have been like, I don't want to use it. Like, use your heavy, you will get it back. More of these little guys spawn. Again, this is the encounter where I can't really give any advice. It's a lot of it is a case of just being cautious. Yeah, a lot being cautious. Not so heavy about. Done. Now, beautiful bit about this is it's another situation where you don't need to kill everything. You just, I'm not quite sure exactly what you need to kill, but it's not everything. And it's definitely some yellow bars. I don't know how many, but it's definitely a few. Nice. Let's go back and get some heavy. Sometimes it won't be there. Oh, okay, it definitely won't be there. Alright, so you just need to kill until you see champions spawned. It says champions spawn. Alright. Now if you run into this room and chuck a nade like I'm about to do, you want to have your... You want to be in there with this, and you want to have your dodge as the way you get out. Chucking it, dive bombing especially, is too much hassle. Just going to go in and see if there's any heavy lying about. See, sometimes you can get sniped in the back doing that. It's that type of stuff. No rhyme or reason. You get killed, you know, X amount of time down the drain, and just can't be bothered to give it another try till later on. Alright, we're getting close. See, what I'm doing now is one of those bit of silly things. Getting bored. There we go. That's all we needed. Let's go. Alright. Now there is a specific way of doing this area, and I will talk it through as we do it. Right, we're safe here, and we're safe here pretty much for the whole encounter. Only when the last encounter, does this open up a bit? You're safe, basically. Electricity goes across here, but if you've got your back right to the edge of it, you're right. And there's the same spot over the other side. So what you need to do, which I'll show you, obviously when it happens, is on the last, when you get him down to his last bit of health, you burst him with your super first, then hit him with rockets, 2 rockets, then dodge, then hit him with another 2 rockets. Basically just empty out all your rockets on him. Once that's done, then you start running from each side. So you run to here. If you're safe, take out you basically, there's going to be 2 snipers up there. There's going to be snipers up here. So if you're here, you're safe. But obviously the boss comes to you. So you run over to here. If you're safe, basically in this position, because they can't see you, you get a little hit on the boss. Then you go like this. Then you run all the way over here. And then you go behind there. Which you're safe at. You're safe here, even with invisibility, even with that happening. Alright? But the invisibility, I just wanted to check. So let's do it as an example, right? So let's say here I've got some hits on the boss. Let's go. So now I'm jumping. I don't know if I'll be able to jump through exactly that position when I'm here. Alright. And then a dodge. See, sometimes I've seen them, for somehow they manage to even if you dodge, like these things are dodgy on the right. Alright, that's it, we took him down. That's what we like to see. Alright, so this is where you're safe. You're safe behind here. You're safe. You're safe over in that other spot. Just about. Right. You want to get the ads down as quickly as possible because they're your main issue. I did not mean to do that. Right, I need some invis. Oh, no, I need some heavy. No one wants to drop me anything. Okay, if that's the case, I need my super for the next bit. Actually. And I can't be using any heavy because I need basically as much heavy as possible for the last bit. heavy. There we go. So really, I want to get as much heavy. As much heavy lying about as possible, I was going to say. Right, this is the big thing now. There we go, get rid of that. Nah. Alright. Now we move, or we get ready to move. Over here. Huh? That's where I'm going. This is the new spot now. Alright. I believe once you get to a certain point, they stop coming. So what's going to happen is I will take him down to the last quarter of health from where I'm at. Is there more ads coming? No. And then as soon as he hits his last thing, he's going to start going mad. He's going to start chasing me everywhere. As soon as that happens, I hit him with super twice. Then I hit him with my rockets. Then I dodge. I hit him with some more rockets. Then I reload. Hit him with some more rockets because I think you've got about 20 seconds until the snipers turn up. But basically, by the time I'm out of ammo, I want to be in a position I'm safe. Got enough heavy lying about on the floor. It's just a case of being careful. Also, I haven't got a clear on this yet. I'm confident enough to get it because I know what I need to do. It's just a case of doing it. Now I get into the safe position. Because the snipers are literally just spawning. Done. That's how you do it. First clear I've got solo. But I explained it. I knew how to do it. And that's it. I tried to do it before with, because I saw other people doing it with linears. But the linears, it didn't do enough damage. Like, I should have, whenever I've got a strategy, I should usually continue doing it the way I'm doing it, because that's what works, at least for me. I knew that what I needed to know at that point, where I was failing, was I didn't know how long it took for the snipers to spawn. Once you know you've got 20 seconds free in that area, so you hit him twice with the super, obviously that takes down, 40% of that little bit of health. You hit him with 2 rockets, hit him with another 2 rockets, like, then he just needs another 2 rockets, like, but at that point he's getting a little bit too close to you. So you want to, at that point, reload, get somewhere safe, hit him with the last 2 rockets there. Because if you panic, he might get too close to you, and when he does get too close to you, he does the stamp bomb, and all of that. So yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it.